British were growing weary of the constant violence between the colonists and the Indians in the Ohio River Valley. In 1763, when Ottawa Chief Pontiac tried to drive the British out of the region, King George III decided to end the bloodshed by issuing a proclamation that strictly prohibited colonists from settling west of the Appalachian Mountains.
From the perspective of Britain, it looked like things in America were in trouble. Pontiac's rebellion and other similar tensions were blamed primarily on English settlers who were kept moving across the Appalachian Mountains further into the west, taking over more land from Native Americans, getting into fights with Native Americans, murdering Native Americans. It was sort of a lawless situation. So this was an effort to try and bring some order and control to what was not a very controlled situation, certainly not by the British government.
The line that was drawn made it clear that the land west of the Appalachian Mountains belonged to the Indians, the land to the east to the colonists. The English government thought the Proclamation of 1763 was a fair policy, but colonists who'd fought in what was known in Europe as the 7 Years' War and in the colonies as the French and Indian War disagreed. They believed they deserved a chance to settle in the land they'd helped win. As a result, they ignored the proclamation outright. Thousands of colonists traveled west toward the fertile banks of the Ohio River. The Proclamation of 1763 made it clear to the colonists that the interest of the English Empire had begun to diverge from their own.
Ultimately, what this did do was what upset the colonial American governments, who saw this as one of a beginning series of assertions of central power, the royal, the crown, and the parliament back in Britain, starting to control things in North America, in the interior of North America, in ways that they had never done so before, and taking that power away from the colonial governments.
The colonists' defiant rejection of this proclamation demonstrated just how independent they'd become.